All right. Hey everybody, how you doing? I know again I'm bending down. Hello, here I am. Hot Wheels and a dork. What would you expect? And here we here we are, Friday, early Friday afternoon, actually. Well, I guess not. It's almost 2 o'clock, so mid-afternoon on Friday, I suppose. And our second episode this week, and this time I actually do have this one right here, from my own collection. This is not going to get opened, and this is actually a 1991 car, and it's hard to tell the years on these. You actually have to look at the back, and about the best you can do is look at the copyright year on the back, and you know, it's 1991 Mattel. Usually the designs and everything is copywritten maybe a year before it comes out or within that same year. So this car could be a 91 or a 92 packaged car for whatever year it is, and it's very difficult to see. There actually is no, in fact, it looks like the base, and I don't know if there's any way that you can actually really see the base here on this. The base looks like the base of this car looks like it's copyright 1981 for the car itself, but it is so hard to see. I think that's an 81 on the base of the car, and it's just says classic Caddy. Again, these old car designs that I really like, and plus, you know, it's blue. It's a blue one. So this is one I picked up a long time ago when I got back into collecting these when I was, you know, a much younger adult. And this one is not gonna get open because, you know, let's say it's a 91. It's gonna make this a 28-year-old in the package car. Now the card itself is not that great. You can see this is an old Kmart price tag. I don't even know of a Kmart around anymore, at least not out here in the Chicagoland area where I am. You can see this was 89 cents at one point in time. So a little bit cheaper than the usual price you find these around now, for anywhere between 94, 95 cents, maybe a buck, depending where you go. So, you know, number of years ago, 28, let's say this is about 28 years old in the pack, you know, a few cents cheaper than they are right now. So, but, you know, again, I really enjoy the detail, love the blue, really like this style. And this has actually got quite a lot of detail to it for, you know, a simple little die-cast car. Really nice, cool, and you can't really see it, and I don't know why I'm holding it up here expecting you to be able to see that. Really nice, cool little car, and with a lot of detail in there, and so, you know, all over. So that's from my own collection. That's going back home with me. Won't stay here in the studio. It's going to go back home, back in a box, which will eventually go back in the basement. I'm going to bring this up just a little bit here because trying to, let's do this. I'm moving the camera around whilst we're talking here, but you can kind of see a bit of the studio and what's going on behind me here. A little bit different scene, a little bit better lighting, I think. Now this car, this is the one we're going to open, and we're sticking with, you know, yesterday I talked a little bit about my wife. This is one that my wife also picked up while she was out and about, I believe, and she knows I love the new Camaros. I really dig them. It would be really, I guess, kind of a hard, whoops, I'm shaking the camera and everything. Sorry about that, guys. Shaking the camera and everything here. It would be a pretty tough decision if I had to choose between, you know, my next actual daily driver being a truck, SUV, something like that, or a newer Camaro. Something 2011 forward. That would be a tough choice for me to make if that was going to be my daily driver. I really like these. I think they're really very cool. But I'm also a huge fan of Dodges. So I like the Challengers. I like the Chargers. In fact, my wife and I had his and her Chargers at one point in time. And I do like Dodge trucks, like them very much. You know, so that would be kind of a tough decision to make. Now, I also really like the cars that are out there. They're kind of I don't think this is, I think this is a little too neon here, but you know, I kind of like that zombie green sort of theme kind of color. But this has, you know, the green and the dark decals. It says Brembo. I have no idea what Brembo is. Maybe I'll Google that. I really don't know what that means. This is an 18 Camaro SS. So this is last year, 2018 car. So it's managed to stay in the pack in the store for a while, I suppose. It says copyright 2017 on the back. 18 Camaro SS is what it's supposed to be. And so, you know, but we're gonna open this one. You guys know the drill. You know, I don't necessarily know that I want to repeat the story every single time on these. Let's just say on this episode that opening new Hot Wheels is a form of therapy for me. So it's way cheaper than going to a therapist for some of the issues I have with being okay to recognize and have the purchasing power as an adult and move out of that whole poverty mindset that I came up with through my childhood and upbringing and raising. So, you know, no longer in that mindset, getting out of that, so it's okay to open new things and toys and have fun with them, not feel like you have to keep them in a box to keep them new forever. And so we're gonna pop and drop this one. And again, you know, I don't think this is attached at the top. You know, I got no fingernails, but, well, I mean, I do, but they're not long. It makes it difficult sometimes to get in there. So we're gonna pop this, pop it, and come on, let's drop. Oh, there, that was loud, wasn't it? On top of, even though we got the tablecloth here, it's a glass table underneath, so maybe that wasn't the best idea to drop a car on the table. Hey, this is, well, you guys can't see, but now, guess what? Because I did this, let's bring this down here a little bit. So, there we go. So now you guys can kind of see. And off the screen it goes. This is a good little roller. Really cool little car. I like this. I like the color. Really like the color. Even though I love blue cars. I really do. I like this color of this and the decal on it, that black and red decal. You know, I have no idea what Brembo. It looks like it's BREMBO on the side on the decal here. Try and bring that up a little closer. This camera just does not like to focus when you shove things right in its face. So we'll hold that out a little bit farther. I also like the red on here, but there's a lot of those now, where I guess it's the new era of red line. I don't know what's up with that, why Hot Wheels went to it, but I like it. I think it looks cool. I think they're cool. Look, it makes the cars look cool. There's a lot of detail on the interior of this thing, and I don't know, man, can we see that actually? Can we get the light in there to see it? Let's lift this back up a bit. And whoopsie daisy, there we go. Lift that back up again on the camera there. I'm moving the camera all over the place on this one. So we've got quite a lot of detail on the inside. Maybe you can kind of get in there and see a little bit of that. It's really, I know it's a challenge to get right on in there. But again, you know, here we're coming up on Mother's Day weekend here in May 2019. My wife was thinking about me all the time. It's just really sweet, and my wife was really, really awesome and cool that way. She's just as sweet as she can be. Of course, you know, mother of my children. Any of you out there who have kids and, you know, mother of your kids and your own mothers, this is the time we remember them every year. Although they're with us every day, they're around every day. They don't only just come out one day a year. But, and the same with dads, because, you know, Father's Day is coming up in June, and that's really cool. In fact, our oldest, my wife and I, our oldest, he was actually born on Father's Day, which is really freaking awesome. You know, it's another story altogether, and maybe we'll talk about that later. But here we've got this one. I really like that. Now this actually, I don't know. I actually keep the Camaros on my desk. And I think I might wind up actually keeping this one out on my desk with the others. I'm creating a little Camaro parking lot on top of a little audio interface, a preamp that I've got that is just the right size for these. And this will be the fourth one to line up there. So I think I'm gonna keep this one. I don't think it's going back here on the shelf. I don't think we're gonna do that this time. I think I'm keeping this one, guys, so sorry. So I don't think I'm gonna bother signing this card and putting it back together. You know, the card for this just pretty much fell apart when I ripped it open, like so many of these seem to do nowadays. But I'm keeping this one. Sorry guys, this one's mine. This is not ever gonna be put back there. Those back there will be up for the giveaways that we do. As a matter of fact, and I said this yesterday on yesterday's episode, I think I will say this from now on. We will be giving away cars that are opened and signed to every 100th subscriber here on the 24/7 WPL YouTube channel. So subscribe, please, and we'll build our audience here on YouTube, and we will give away to every 100th subscriber one of the cars that have been opened, signed, and dated here on Hot Wheels and a Dork, and let you enjoy them, and let you have them, and have fun with those things. But this one is mine. This is going in my pocket. So, well, not my pocket, but on my desk. So, at any rate, hope you liked seeing this number 44, collector number 44. I don't really know a whole heck of a lot about it other than it's pretty old. You know, 29 years old. I've had this one for a long time. Card's not in great shape, but it's a blue old Caddy, which is probably why I picked it up to begin with. I generally never picked up cars just because they were part of a collector's series. I didn't pick them up unless I liked them. Now, some that have been given to me over the years and I've had that come from a little bit more of the fantasy, I call them a fantasy design. They're not based on a real car. It's just purely goofiness or like the cartoonish kind of things. Those really aren't my thing. I have a few of them, but they're really not my thing. So I have a few, but again, generally those were given to me. But my wife gave me this one again. She keeps giving me cars. Ever since she got her summer car, she keeps giving me cars. But at any rate, this one's going on my desk. I've decided I'm keeping that one. I kept hemming and hawing here for a little bit in my own head. But anyway, guys, thanks for having fun with me here. As always, Hot Wheels and a Dork. This is an 18 Camaro SS. This is the older Caddy, and together there we have them. And you can't really see my face, but there you go. So really cool. Love these things. And that one's going back home, but I'm going to keep this one. Playing with it again. Again, Hot Wheels and a Dork. I mean, it's right there in the title. So, but it's okay to have fun with this stuff. It's okay to appreciate the little kindnesses that people give you and do for you, the wonderful little things like that. And again, thank you for liking, subscribing, comment away. If you're into collecting die-cast cars, Hot Wheel cars, you want to start a conversation, talk about them here on the episodes, that's great. We're coming up a little over 14 minutes now, so I'm going to wrap this one up. But, Guy, thank you very much, everyone. Thanks for letting me do this and being a part of it. It's just so much fun for me. So 100th subscribers, remember, you're going to get freebies every 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, all the way up to our first 1,000. Every time we hit 100, the 100th person in that line gets one of these. So we'll talk with you all later. Have a wonderful time. Until next week, Thursday and Friday. Have a wonderful weekend, a very happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Mother's Day Sunday this year. And again, yay, happy, yay. Isn't it goofy? Anyway, almost 15 minutes. We're done. Thanks for hanging out with me. Later. See you next week.